Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Daniel Weichman. A man who was serving jail time for killing a 15-year-old boy within Hazleton was denied parole on Thursday during a brief hearing. 39-year-old Gabriel Hernandez Mendez is currently serving a 1 to 2 year sentence on a vehicular homicide charge for the death of Hector Padilla. Padilla was badly injured after being hit while riding his bike with a friend in Hazleton on June 12, 2021. The boy had died at Lehigh Valley Hospital in Cedar Crest on June 18th after he was removed from life support. Last month, Mendez filed for parole despite not yet serving at least 1 year in jail. Hernandez Mendez is serving his sentence at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Hazleton police officers responded to a 911 call on April 5th around 7:51 a.m. from a male who stated that he was assaulted and claimed someone was attempting to rob him. The caller, 35-year-old Juan Abreu, reported that he had a gun before a second call came in to the Luzerne County Communications Center for reports of shots fired in the same area. Through the investigation, officers learned that Abreu and 3 other males were drinking earlier in the evening at an unknown location in West Hazleton. Upon arriving at Abreu's location, an altercation occurred between himself and another male before Abreu pointed a handgun at the male. One of the males then struck Abreu in the face, at which time Abreu fired 10 rounds at the other men. 2 bullets entered a residence on the north side of Diamond Avenue, which was occupied by a mother and her children. Abreu was subsequently charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault, 3 counts recklessly endangering another person, propulsion of missiles into a roadway, and discharging a firearm into an occupied structure. A 19-year-old boy is dead following an accident involving a fallen tree Thursday morning. According to officials, 19-year-old Ryan Schock was injured around 9 a.m. when he was cutting down a tree in the area of McCool Lane and Stone Mountain Road, located off of Route 895 in East Bend Township. The Carbon County coroner confirmed that when Schock was cutting down the tree, it fell on his head. He was pronounced dead around 10:45 a.m. due to his injuries. Multiple crews were called to a hoarder house that caught fire in Luzerne County on Friday. According to Fire Chief Charles Story, they were called to the home around 5:45 Friday morning to the 300 block of Bodle Road in Franklin Township. One female within suffered minor burns as a result of the flames. The cause of the fire was deemed to be accidental, as it has started from a portable heater, possibly propane-fueled. Chief Story stated that the house exhibited hoarding conditions, which may have contributed to the spread of the fire. Investigators shut down a drug house in Luzerne County, which resulted in an alleged dealer's arrest. The Pittston City Police Department stated that on Monday, officers within the Special Investigators Unit, along with the Luzerne County Drug Task Force, executed a search warrant at a home on Parsonage Street. Police seized an amount of cocaine and cash from within the Pittston home where 42-year-old Malik Greem resided. Greem was taken into custody for charges of manufacturing drugs, along with other related charges. A man from West Pittston was deemed a sexually violent predator when he was sentenced to spend up to 8 years behind bars at state prison for sexually assaulting 2 girls in September of 2020. 21-year-old Robert James Hutchins was sentenced by a Luzerne County judge on Wednesday to 3 to 8 years in state prison on 2 counts each of statutory sexual assault and corruption of minors, followed by 3 years of probation. West Pittston Police charged Hutchins with giving a 14-year-old girl and 15-year-old girl Molly, a slang term for ecstasy, playing truth or dare with the girls, forced them to kiss each other, and pressured them to engage in sexual acts with him inside his residence on September 4th through 5th, 2020, according to court records. A man from Frackville who was accused of carjacking his girlfriend's Jeep and setting fire to her home in Butler Township has pleaded no contest on Thursday. 59-year-old David C. Charles III had entered his plea on felony counts in exchange for prosecutors withdrawing additional charges, including theft and reckless endangerment. A Luzerne County President judge accepted the plea and set sentencing for June 8th. According to prosecutors, Carls had a gun when he had taken the Jeep from his ex-girlfriend as she sat in the parking lot at her workplace on November 16, 2021. About an hour later, Carl set fire to the woman's home in Butler Township. A wanted man from Shenandoah is now facing additional charges after he attempted to flee from state police. According to the Pennsylvania State Police in Frackville, troopers responded to an area in Shenandoah on March 29th for the whereabouts of 27-year-old Robert Moncrief, who was wanted on warrants out of Schuylkill and Berks counties. Troopers had observed the wanted male driving in the area. However, after he had spotted state police, he then fled on foot. Moncrief later surrendered and was taken into custody. He was charged by state police with felony flight to avoid apprehension and driving with a suspended license for DUI. A wanted man that was already being sought by Schuylkill County detectives is now wanted on additional drug charges from a separate incident. Schuylkill County detectives had filed additional charges on March 28th towards 40-year-old Nicholas Holloman from an incident on September 19th, 2019. Holloman's previous charges involve failing to appear for a court appearance on January 3rd, 2023. Holloman is known to have lived at 2 different locations in the Ashland area. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact Schuylkill County Communications by calling 570-462-1991. A decomposing body that was retrieved from the Susquehanna River on Wednesday evening was identified as a Luzerne County resident. According to the Wyoming Area Regional Police Chief, D.F. Pace, the man was revealed to be in his late 40s or early 50s and resided in the Pittston area. It is believed that the body was in the water for an extended period of time before a resident who was fishing found the body. A firefighter at the scene stated that the body was about 150 feet in the water and was hung up on a downed tree. It was confirmed that a missing man that emergency personnel had been looking for since March 2nd was confirmed to be the person they found in the river. The investigation is still ongoing. Coming up on WYLN News, the Weatherly Area School Board discusses problems with the softball turf. Plus, spring is here, and with the season upon us, it's time to look into how to take proper care of your lawn. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast, brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. It's partly cloudy out here and a little cold.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Get ready for the ultimate sports breakdown with Marty Burns on Let's Talk Sports. Every day during WYLN News, Marty brings you the latest news and analysis on your favorite teams and players. From the biggest games to the latest trades, he's got you covered. So tune in daily to Let's Talk Sports and get in the game with Marty Burns.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday, here to talk today about how to breathe, how much to breathe, what happens if you do that wrong. So, breathing's pretty simple, right? Well, a lot of people mess it up. So I'll help you out. When you're breathing, your shoulders shouldn't move up and down. So if you're breathing, and there's a lot of, that's not a good breath. That's gonna throw your ribs out, give you a lot of pain. Breathe from your gut. Should move in and out, up or out and in. When you breathe in, gut moves out. Breathe out, gut moves in. Watch a baby breathe, they do it right. If you breathe too much, what happens? Well, you develop overbreathing syndrome. It's a chemistry issue. You mess with the pH in your body. To cut a long story short, it'll give you headaches, make you feel like your head's really light, and cause anxiety, which will make you breathe more and cause even worse overbreathing syndrome. Avoid that and feel good.
Welcome back to WYLN News. An area located near Route 424 and North Conahan Drive has been cleared of trees for a development company that plans to build a nearly 475,000 square foot building that's part of an industrial project in the southern section of Hazleton. Blue Rock Construction has cleared the wooded area for the building that will become either a manufacturing or warehouse distribution site, according to Blue Rock Executive Vice President Thomas Meager. The larger building on the premises will serve as a warehouse for Samsung and Hillwood Properties, while the smaller of the two buildings will be built for speculative development. According to Meager, the building could be occupied by summer of 2024. Two Democrats are closing in on the primary for mayor within Hazleton, and they're both familiar faces within the community. Vianney Castro and Bob Yavac are seeking the nomination on May 16th. Both men had run in the past for public office. However, Yavac had fallen short in a bid for the mayor position in 2019. Yavac was removed from the ballot in 2021 for failing to file a timely statement of financial interest within Hazleton. However, this time, neither candidate is facing such tough challenges in this latest election bid. Incumbent Jeff Gassott is the lone Republican on the ballot. Cindy DeLuca is campaigning for mayor as an independent. The candidates running for mayor have certain topics they must cover, including their reasons for running for office, code enforcement and quality of life, crime, along with a hot topic recently involving the garbage transfer station. There will be no bus services on April 9th, Easter Sunday, for the Hazleton Public Transit. According to a press release, the Hazleton Public Transit office will be closed from Friday, April 7th to Monday, April 10th. Office hours will resume on Tuesday, the following day. For the buses, there will only be no service available on Easter Sunday, April 9th, where services will resume on Monday, the following day. Chamber members, their employees, coworkers, and guests are invited to attend a networking mixer after hours with the business community. They're welcome to join in on enjoying drinks and tasting some delectable bites. Lackawanna College Hazleton Center will be showcasing their brand new program, ESL to Construction Pre-Apprenticeship. The event will take place at their campus located at 2 East Broad Street in downtown Hazleton on Wednesday, April 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. The ESL to Construction Pre-Apprentice program at Lackawanna College is a certificate program designed to prepare students for a job in any construction field. No fee is required to attend the event, but reservations are required. You may register on the online chamber calendar of events at hazletonchamber.org or contact the chamber office at 570-455-1509. The conditions of the softball field in Weatherly, located behind the elementary and middle school building, was a topic of anger involving school board Matt Von Frisch. One of the students had broken her leg during a home game on Tuesday, and concerns arose about the condition of the field. According to Von Frisch, the senior player is likely out for the rest of the season. The supervisor of maintenance, Bill Moyer, stated the reason for the lack of upkeep is because of a staffing issue. He states that there is only one person who can be doing field work. At this time, the district only has one maintenance mechanic and 3 custodians on day shift and 2 on second shift. However, School Board President April Walters states that all positions are filled and there are no openings for maintenance. No action was taken by the board regarding maintenance staffing or a long-term solution for the field conditions. Also, a reassessment of lunch prices is being conducted. Board members suggested raising lunch prices 10 to 20 cents to offset the projected losses. The board has until June 30th to decide on lunch prices for the 2023-24 budget. Residents across the Commonwealth have woken up to warmer temperatures again and again within the past 2 weeks, giving us the hint that spring has arrived. This time of year is known for its showers, sunny days, and outside activities. We spoke to a lawn professional, John Halecki, about what you should do when it comes to preparing yourself and your equipment for those warm spring days.
So some tips for the spring is to make sure that, everything's checked over before you go out mowing. Your belts, your oil, your fluids are good, your air filter. The biggest problem we see over the winter is mice getting into people's mowers. And if people don't get it checked out before spring, that little animal can make a lot of damage and cost a lot of money. So we always recommend bringing them in for just a spring checkup, that you're all ready for the year and everything's working, because the last thing you want to do is when you're going to make your first cut, your belt breaks or your blades bend. And you don't want to be coming here in a real super busy season and waiting, because we know nobody likes to wait.
According to Josh, you should make sure that your equipment is stored properly over the winter so you won't run into any problems come the spring. This way, you won't come across rust or pesky little critters that may ruin your spring day.
Well, the big thing is around here is the grass is so different here. We have like zoysia grasses and crab grasses, and it kind of overtakes your lawn. So basically hiring on a good lawn care service to maintain and treat your yard, an outside company to come in and make sure your yard looks good is the major thing. A lot of people get moles, a lot of people have worms. You attract animals, you get skunks coming in, they're tearing your yard apart. The best thing to do is have a good lawn care come in and make sure everything's good to go.
Even though lawn equipment comes in all shapes and sizes, from shovels to lawnmowers, they all need their own maintenance done. Tractors, like cars, need their own oil changes too.
So what you want to do is have your oil change, have your spark plugs change, wash your tractor, clean your tractor. Try to do all of that on a yearly basis to keep everything going. Check your tire pressure, check your oil, which is super, super important. That seems to be a lot of the problems that we have, is that people don't do the maintenance properly, and it can get really costly and go into a lot of repairs.
According to Joe, it's also important to keep your stuff clean. A simple water hose will do, but don't get into the nitty-gritty of things like your engine. Electronics don't like water. So, a simple blower across the inside is enough to make sure your lawn care equipment is working well for the upcoming warmer season.
The biggest thing is, what you should do is you should, like I go out and run your lawnmower before the season. Don't wait till the season. Once a month, even in the winter, you can go out and start your lawnmower for 5 minutes. Leave it outside your garage for 5 minutes and then shut it off. Don't ever start anything inside because of the fumes, so you don't get carbon monoxide. But that's the biggest thing, is maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. It's the most important thing.
You heard it here from the professionals, folks. So go out and enjoy the sunshine and warmer weather, and make sure your lawn is as pretty as it can be. Coming up on Hazelton's News Choice, Marty Burns finishes off our week with Let's Talk Sports. Plus, your favorite furry friends are here on Pets of the Week. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on Wyln TV.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, here to ask you, is your kitchen ready for an overhaul? We offer free in-home consultation and design, no interest financing, professional removal and installation, countertop and backsplashes, hardwood and laminate floors, kitchen appliance sales, service and installation, and of course, everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazelton, helping you make your house a home.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
TGIF, welcome to Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. We focused on some girls' spring sports action yesterday. Now we head to the gentlemen. When I say gentlemen, we start with tennis. Crestwood recently defeated Hazelton area 5-0. Noah Seklowski, Tommy Biscotti, Scott Lenio, all singles victories for the Comets. Spencer Young teamed with Brain Fallbright for a doubles victory. Wyoming Valley West defeated Hazelton Area 4-1. Max Saporito and Aiden Connell had 2 singles victories each for both of those tennis players. For Hazelton Area, their victory came in doubles from Ed Yannick and Jace Moomey. MMI, the Preppers. I can't see Joe Flanagan, their athletic director, being much of a tennis player, but they got a pretty good squad over in Freeland as they defeated Jim Thorpe recently 5-0. Xavier Blyler, Nathan Sissick, Reed Florishak, all singles victories. Blake Warren, Jason Celilio had doubles victory for MMI. Holy Redeemer recently defeated those Preppers 4-1. Frank Klimovitz, Mateo Rundy, singles victories for the Royals. The lone victory for MMI came in singles from Reed Florishak. And then the Preppers rebounded against Pittston Area with a 5-0 victory. Xavier Blyler, Reed Florishak, Nathan Sissick, all singles victories for MMI. Jason Salio and Blake Warren picked up a doubles victory for the Preppers. And then Crestwood defeated the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre Area 4-1. Nolan Seklowski had a singles victory for Crestwood, and they got 2 doubles victories. One team was Spencer Young and Brain Fallbright. The other, Aaron Kagoy and Will Savner, helped lead that doubles victory for Crestwood. Michael Hamill picked up the victory for the Wolfpack in singles action. Now we head to baseball, where Shenandoah Valley defeated Monterey Area at 12-0. Nick Ryan picked up the no-hitter victory with giving up 5 walks and 13 strikeouts. Caleb Maximic, he led the offense 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in. Hazelton Area got a 10-1 victory over Emmaus, coming in relief to get the victory. Hansel Brito, he had 1 walk and 8 strikeouts in relief. Josh Halisak, the starter, also with 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. Brad Antolik, he led the offense with 2 singles and 2 runs batted in. Richie Rossai, creating havoc on the bases, 2 singles, a run batted in, and 2 stolen bases. Recently in Russ Rothermel tournament action, Shenandoah Valley defeated Minersville 4-0. Caleb Maximic threw the no-hitter. He struck out 12. And in the other game, Panther Valley defeated Marion 7-2. And round out our baseball action, Hazelton Area recently defeated the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre Area 12-1. Brad Antolik the victory. He went 3+ innings, giving up 1 unearned run, walked 3, and struck out 4. Jamie Martaccio led the offense with 2 hits and 3 runs batted in, and Richie Rossai, he had another couple hits and 2 runs scored. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday for another edition of Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazelton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson that follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazelton.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Roadstocks. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
There's no time like the present to adopt a pet, and the SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone, say hello to Rambo. Rambo is a handsome, rowdy boy. He arrived astray, so they don't have much information on him. He likes to play and go for walks. As you may know, Rottweilers are a large breed dog and very strong, so they need to be trained properly and exercise regularly. Rambo would be best suited with an experienced Rottweiler owner. And up next is Ethel Louise. She wants to thank you for checking her out. Ethel is a sweet girl who enjoys the attention of being held and would like nothing more than to find her new forever home. Could it be you? Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our Facebook, YouTube, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.